Many of you contacted me asking me how you can book a reading with me. Navigate to my channel page and find my name. Click on the More button, and there it will open up the About box section. There I have listed the number of the number of minutes, the number of questions, and the price, along with the delivery method. So say for instance you contact me, you say, Tara, I would like to have a 45-minute reading, my most popular package by the way, and you can see that it's 3 to 4 questions, the price, and the delivery method. Here you can find my email address, and so that's all you have to do. Let me show you again. Come to find my name, click on the More button, and there you have all the instructions on how to book. So let's get to the reading right now. Hello Leo, welcome to your September 2024 general reading. This will be a general reading, and so the messages may not resonate with everyone. I suggest you check back to your moon and rising sign. I'm gonna just go ahead and get into the reading because I'm running a little behind in my scheduling. I have with me today the Radiant White deck, the La Vida Sibila for clarification should we need, and we will be wrapping the reading up with a Golden Nostradamus card. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, this Mercury retrograde has been kicking my butt. I'm slowly coming out of it. These are new cards because my old deck, I spilled coffee all over it when I was doing some editing. So this is a new deck, brand new. See, it's real slickery. I wiped it down, but it's going to take some time for it to feel old. 9 cards down. Let's get the deck. Here we go. The 4 of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. The 8 of Wands. That's good. That's a nice spread. Just 3 cards. Second row. The 10 of Swords. I think maybe, I don't know, the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the Moon, the Sun. So we have 2 of the luminaries, the Moon and the Sun. The 5 of Wands, and finally the 4 of Cups. What is over the whole reading? The Queen of Pentacles. And this could be you, Leo, if you are like a business, own your own business, entrepreneur. Basically, that queen will be a Queen of Wands. So this one will be maybe if you own your own business, or if you are like a banker, a stockbroker, or somebody who works in NGO, something like that. But even you can be a Queen of Coins, or she's doing something. So you can be a Queen of Coins not just because there may be a moon or rising sign, but related to what you do for a living. Excuse me. What do I have? I have 2 4s, the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, 2 10s, a 10 of Swords and a 10 of Cups, 2 major arcana cards, and a 5 of Wands. So I have 2 wands. Let's start out in the center of the, I didn't tell you in the spread itself, I have 1 core card. It's kind of weird that it begins with the 4 and ends with a 4. But the 10 of Cups is a card about happiness with family, with friends. Everything is perfect the way it is, the way that things are. It can even represent like a vacation or holiday with your family. I know that August sometimes is the month in which we all take vacations before the kids come back to school. I think there are children involved in this situation because there are 2 kids here. See them dancing? There's a child here. And these are considered to be boys, young boys playing. And the Knight of Pentacles as a person, he represents someone who probably is between the ages of 20 and 30. Kings become like 35 at 35. So maybe you can say 18 to 20 or 25 or 30. So let's start with the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles can be about conserving. So maybe you are trying to save money for something. Maybe you are conserving your energy. It says to actually sit on what you have because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. So you're kind of saving and conserving. But the card can also indicate being a bit stingy and stubborn about something. So if you're in a situation where somebody won't share their time, their money, or whatever with you, then the best thing for you to do is to pull back and wait and see. It's a 4, so 4s represent a stable foundation. Everything is fine the way it is right now. But the Knight comes along, and the Knight to me represents a message. Usually Knights come along in a spread to help move a situation along. So there you are sitting quite patiently, I would say, or being bored because you're waiting on a message. And the message says, of the Knight of Coins, that whatever you've been waiting to hear has finally arrived. Now this can be started last month. It could be right now in the middle of the situation, or it can play out all the way until next month, September. Or October, actually, since these are September readings. But the Knight of Coins says that it's been such a long time that you've been waiting that when the message comes, it's going to be good news. That something has finally arrived. Look at the horse. The horse is big and lumbering and slow. So this is not a fast thing. It could be a financial message in terms of money, or it could be about doing something. The cards are awfully, the camera is doing that weird thing. And then we have the 8 of Wands. And that's a fire energy. The 8 of Wands is known as the arrows of love. And we don't know where they're coming from and where they're going to. It also represents travel by air. I think the card represents Mercury and Sagittarius. It also is an 8, so that means it's a good karmic number. Eights usually represent money or finances. Excuse me. And so this usually means travel in connection with work, but it could be travel in any sense. But then I have the Ten of Swords, which is a strange card to show up like this. The cards are read past, present, future, interplay of the cards. So I think maybe some of you took a trip, but you were quite disappointed with it, or something happened where you felt like you got maybe stabbed in the back, somebody ambushed you. But this is a mental energy. That's what swords represent: thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, ideas, and communication. So maybe you took a trip over this Mercury retrograde and things didn't pan out the way that you wanted them to. Maybe you took a trip by water, around water, near water, an overseas trip. But the Ten of Swords, excuse me, but the Ten of Swords says that the situation has gotten as bad as it can get. The crisis point has been reached. And maybe this was a trip for work and something happened on your, maybe you went to a conference or something and something happened. But the card says that it is the darkest before the dawn. And I think maybe you were feeling kind of dejected in some way, and you felt really that somebody did you wrong, an ambush situation, stab you in the back. This is a card I call overkill, because it only takes one sword to stab somebody in the back, but this has 10. Well placed sword. One well placed sword will do the trick, but this is 10. And sometimes it can be speaking about that you are experiencing some kind of physical maladies, hip problems, leg problems, lower back problems, knee problems, head problems, neck problems, I mean. And suddenly, the darkest before the dawn, meaning that things are going to turn around, you have the sun come shining on it. And the sun stands for growth, abundance, happiness, fertility. So things happening. But the main thing that the sun does is sheds a light. You can see clearly by the light of day better than you can see by moonlight. Here. And I think this is a pivotal card because of where it sits in the spread. Over here we have the moon. And the moon is about emotions, psychological feelings, or psychological fears, things that bother you and you don't know why. It could be about illusions, hallucinations, dreams. It's an undercurrent feeling. And here I have the 2 towers and the 2 dogs. Again, I feel there are more than, at least more than 2 or 3 people involved in the situation. And the moon says that even if you are fearful, you have to travel the path alone. See that? And it's about balancing the domestic side of yourself and the wild side of yourself. There's your emotions coming out. It represents Cancer. And people know how Cancers can draw back into themselves. Cancer and Neptune. But all of a sudden, after you come out of this dark period, maybe of fear or not doing, waiting. I get waiting. The sun comes out, but there's a fight or an argument. Fives are numbers about are discordant energies. Everybody wants to get their 2 cents worth of it. Fives are numbers of change. And change can sometimes be not very smooth or easy. The Five of Wands says, one of the cards says that it's about, one of the interpretations, the card speaks about play, but I never get that from this card. I look at it like arguments, fights, disagreements, everybody trying to get their 2 cents worth in. Sometimes the card can be about somebody playing head games with you. So you need to ask for the truth and be prepared to defend your position on the situation. But this Four of Cups, you go from 10 cups to 4 cups, so you lose 6 cups. And the Wands, you go from 8 to 5, you lose 3 wands. And I think this may have happened around the full moon of Aquarius we had on the 19th of August, or it could be the full moon of September. I mean, yes, it could be full moon of last month. I'm doing a reading for September. It could be the full moon of September, or it could be the full moon in October. And here with the Four of Cups, you are not excited about something, some offer that's being put to you. Okay? See how he's sitting there with his arms crossed? And the Four says you should not turn down a potential cup of happiness. But this is, to me, look like a person being unsatisfied with whatever the situation is. And so I cannot look at this Knight of Pentacles. We see here that the message comes, everybody is happy, but then something happens, a breakdown, so to speak. Perhaps in what you desire, because that's what Wands stand for. Traditionally, they stand for a career and work, but I always look at them like passion, focus, determination, desire. Cups are just emotions, and I can see here that something is triggering your emotion or your fears or your doubts, and suddenly it's just this rush of energy. The Eight of Wands says whenever it appears, you should hang on because things are going to move very fast. It doesn't tell me if this is a relationship. It doesn't say that you're going to trip. Those are 2 possible options. Sometimes an egg can be that you are bothered by hassles, obstacles, and delays. And that may be why you feel disappointed, abandoned, and you're stuck feeling like, you know, I have everything I need. I don't, and what's being offered to you is not enough to make you get up and move. That's why I said it's really weird that it ended with 2 fours. This is about doing something or finances, and this is all about emotions. So I can't look at the Knight of Pentacles. I can look at the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Cups as they relate to the Moon and the Sun. Okay? this chair. Now that I had a stroke, I can't navigate. Okay, let's start with the Four of Pentacles and 2 4s. There's special meanings about when numbers repeat themselves. So, the Four of Pentacles, with the Moon. See it right there? It is an indication that there may be deceptive undercurrents and hidden things you are not aware of at this time. Investigate any propositions thoroughly prior to committing to anything. Check all details and ensure you feel 100% positive before commencing. The Moon card with the Four of Pentacles indicates that there are many undercurrents in the situation. You are to investigate all offers and propositions and do not sign any legal and or binding documents until all is clear and up front. I noticed back here there's a house back there on the hill, and there's a house here. Maybe this is about you wanting to move. I don't know. 2 4s tells of a safe and secure time period. So it looks like nothing has changed for you in that regard. The 8 of Wands, with the Sun, indicates that charm is a key. You are to anticipate happy family times and gatherings and pleasant social occasions. It indicates good times all around. See, that's what I said. So maybe you are visiting or doing vacation or something like that. You flew to wherever you were going to go, air travel, and you had when you got together with everybody, you had such a good time. This can't be true for everybody. You know? Things don't always work out like that. But something changes. 10 of Swords. It tells me nothing but travel by water, over water, by water, near water. And I think, yes, that you did go on a trip, maybe a vacation. Again, but something happened. The 10 of Cups. With any other 10 card, it's next to the 10 of Swords. Indicates that a huge change is imminent. And the number of 10s, I have 2, indicate how radical the change will be and indicate how it will come about. So a 2 is about some kind of decision. But I don't know if it's romantic, if it's familial, if it's friendship, or business. I don't know. The cards don't tell me. 2 10s tell of a change of career for the better. So the 5 of Wands, this is where I feel the change has come. It doesn't tell me anything about being next to these two cards. But it says the fives in a reading indicate a time of changes and ups or downs and represents strenuous competition, gain, and courage. You will need inner strength and resolve in order to weather the storm. And the Five of Wands shows that you have the strength that is required. It may be a message calling for that a situation calls for clarity and truth. It is important to sort out the facts and state them firmly. It could be a discordance within a work situation and can tell of procrastination, disorganization, and the battles of life. It could be that someone may be implying that someone is playing head games, and these games can very often be, that someone is playing games, and these games very often can be mind games, like someone saying one thing and doing another. And so this is a card I'm going to look at because to me this indicates a change. Now the Four of Cups. All it says is that you could be feeling anxious about an offer or opportunity, and whatever doubts about this, the repercussions of accepting it. So you are asked to access what has already been gained and compare this to what could be gained from the offer. You will need to contemplate the benefits and risk, but it would be better to err on the side of caution. Maybe telling the Four of Cups of a new offer that may be presented to you, and you are asked to consider all options carefully before making a final decision. This right here tells you that there's some undercurrents and you don't know what's happening at the time. So best to wait and see how everything turns out. But sometimes you can't wait. You know? You have to do what you have to do when you have to do it. And to me, the Five comes in and says something changes. It changes with these two cards too, but I just think that might be related to travel. So I'm going to pull 3 Zabila cards on the Five of Wands. Maybe it has to do with the cost. But the cost can be financial. It could also be sweat equity. You know, something that you're doing or wanted to do or you did. And in one respect, you made moves or something quickly, but you ended up being, I think, disappointed. And now you have to think of what to do next because you being offered something. She is holding a pentacle, Ace of Pentacles. He is holding an Ace of Pentacles. And this is an Ace of Cups. So again, I say the card says do not potentially pass up a cup of happiness. Maybe you have to wait until the full moon to get the full story. I don't know if that's my food. Yes. 1 second. I think he's going to leave it outside. So let me pull cards on the Five of Wands to see what the story is, or what is a change that changes everything so much. L'amante, female lover. Usually it represents the Queen of Coins, but in this case that says that you are all in your feelings about something. you haven't been showing your feelings. Delirante, the drunk people or the delirious people. And so maybe it implies that multiple people, but maybe the person you were with or the people you were with acted in a stupid manner. There might have been violence, or they tried to sway you to do something. This means an argument. They weren't thinking straight for whatever reason. It's like madness took a hold of them. And the dog. And that implies loyalty to an idea or person or thing or place. So I think what has happened, if this is not you, you are all in your emotions about the way either people behave in a certain situation, wherever this is, and you think that you are upset because there was no loyalty involved. Maybe one of them is trying to make up with you, or they're asking you to do something else. They put a proposal to you, like forgive me, or I'm sorry, and you have to decide whether you're going to accept it or not. But I still say that you must wait until possibly the full moon, because you don't have all the information. This is happening under a Mercury retrograde, so you don't have all the information. And wait to see how it's going to turn out. And don't sign anything. Maybe they're asking you to go on a vacation with them next year, and don't sign anything. Any kind of legal documents, commitments, don't do anything until you find out exactly what is going on with the situation. Now, I'm going to pull one Nostradamus card to see if he has anything to say about the situation. Because this really feels like you, in a way, you traveled over water, by water, around water, near water. Maybe you pick up B&B or something like that. But between here and here, these are thoughts, remember? And so something happened that made you think that all was not above board. Let's pull a card. Number 12, the Ivy. Nothing is sweeter, nothing surer than the comfort of pure friendship. Look around you, because a friend or someone you love will help you, support you, and will be faithful. You will be helped and favored by someone close to you. Maybe this is this person or that person. The Queen of Cups or the Queen of Coins. Maybe you got yourself in a financial jam and you're going to need somebody to help you. So, that's your reading for September, Leo. Good luck.